Hey everybody, it's the New Hampshire Hbbyloggr, and today is August the 8th, and it is about maybe 11 o'clock in the morning. Well, we're winding down from the summer, and it looks like I'm not going to be able to spend too much time messing with my favorite stuff anymore as the firewood season progresses. So I am going to take a little time off today, and I'm going to get this old critter fired up, this charcoal gasifier, and see if what we can do. I went and dug out the little Predator engine today. This morning I went down there and I got this old puppy dug out, and it had just enough juice in those big batteries up there to start it and turn it over, so I let it run for a little bit on gasoline to charge the batteries up just a little bit, and so I can start it again. And then it ran out of gas, so I'm going to shut this gas off, and there's probably going to be some in it, so that'll give me at least a little head start here. So I got to get some of this stuff plugged in so we can, yeah, that's ready to go. This is ready to go. Get that turned on. And we got a little bit of voltage in there, about 11 volts. It's probably enough to start it. So anyhow, I got to try this thing out. We've got a couple of new things on here that Matt's been working on this system pretty good, and I've got this all filled with scrubbers, and that's supposed to filter out that stuff pretty good. But geez, I don't know if you notice this, the size of this thing compared to what's on the trailer is quite remarkable on the gasifier side of it. So right over there, that is the big gasifier for the wood chips and stuff, and it's quite a beast, and it works, and I've had good luck with it and everything. But this charcoal thing, you don't need the entire filter is that little ammo box right there. And I mean, how do you beat that, you know? So we're gonna see what we're gonna do. So I've got my right here, I just built that, and it's got two lithium-ion batteries in there, and then my 3,000 watt inverter. So this is going to be totally off-grid to get this started, and then it'll charge the battery bank. And I've got chargers that I can hooked up to this thing, and you know, I can run some of the small appliances and whatnot, and lights and things like that in the house, and a fridge and a freezer and stuff like that with a combined effort. So it's, if everything really falls apart, well, we can still do something to keep our food cold for a while. A lot more work, a lot more time on our part to keep everything going. And I also have that new nozzle that Matt, a prototype that he had built for this thing, and it's a water injection. So that's now installed. So how about we just do it? Let's just do it. We'll start this thing up. I'm going to close the hopper. We got some homemade charcoal in here, and don't need that there. Got the water tank almost full, and let me see now. I got to turn the inverter on. That's ready to go. That valve is open for the blower here. Turn that on there. That little popping sound, that's the filter housing caving in on it, so the vacuum on that. So it's got a vacuum motor on the thing there, so we're going to light this up. I can keep it lit. I bumped my knee up there a while back, and it's a pain in the neck to try to kneel down or anything. Well, it lit right off. Oh yeah, that's going good. Yeah, she's going there. This thing might be ready to go. Okay, she's got the water now. I got the water going. Yeah, there we go. That's what we're talking about. I can shut the blower off. We don't need that anymore. Yeah, and shut the inverter off. That's doing good. Look at that, folks. We're making electricity. Yes, sir. It's good. I'll be darned. So anyhow, we've got this thing. I'll take the camera off. We'll do a little walk around here. I'm going to check the water first, make sure we're putting enough in there. The way this thing is, this water is almost as good as fuel, so that's way too much water. I see it dripping out of there, so we don't want that much. So I've got we'll let that work itself through. So I haven't gotten hot yet. It's still nice and cool on that pipe. So this is that's settling down a little bit. I got it open about a quarter, not even a quarter of a turn. There's quite a bit of water there in the base, so we'll just let her run out for a minute. We'll get this off of here and give you guys a little walk around. Yep, that does all right. So, let's see, we'll get a peek here. put this back up here and check the water, see how that's doing, if that's flooding out or whatever. I haven't gotten used to that at all. In fact, this is probably only the second time I've run this thing. 3 times I ran it. Yeah, we need a little more water. I got a drop there. There's another drop. Yeah, I'm waiting for another one. Of course, it could be there's another one. I hope for a little more. It says 12:07. How's that? Alrighty, so we're all shut down, and I got every lines pulled. I stuck a finger inside, the feed lines, the gas lines there. By God, they're clean. It's 20 after 12, so we got an hour and a half in it. There never skipped a beat. It did real well. It was on full charge on the thing there. She was pulling 51 amps on the generator. So we shut all this stuff off. That's off. That's off. I can disconnect the leads for the alternator so the battery doesn't draw down. I can bring this guy inside because it's clouding over a little bit. I don't know if we're going to get a little rain today or not. We might this afternoon, so I want to get this thing cooled down and back in the shop. Oh, I'm pretty pleased with that. That's a good run, especially not being really up on it. As far as only run it a couple of times, but geez, you talk about simplicity and you talk about ease of operation. It just runs. You light it up, and I got to work on that water thing a little more because it doesn't seem to be putting out enough in my book. In fact, it doesn't even look like it's shutting off. It just kind of like keeps dripping there, but I'm going to let it cool down a little bit there. I got the valve shut off, but maybe it's just residual stuff left in there, but she's still dripping out of the thing there. I'll open it up in a minute and see if anything's coming out of that. I don't know. Anyhow, I didn't use a whole lot of water out of it in an hour and a half's run. This is getting pretty hot now, so I'm not gonna open that up. But yeah. Just a wee little bit of moisture kind of stuff in there. Very little tar. See if it pulls over by hand all right. Yeah. And what I might do is let that plug that back in, start up with gasoline, let that thing clean out a little bit there if there was anything in it, but that's pretty clean. There's a little bit of stuff there, but I've seen worse with the wood chips, I'll tell you. So I think I'll do that. I'll let that run on gas for a minute and set this right over here. Let that air out. Shouldn't have put that in the... Alright, hook that back in and turn this on. That's on. We don't need that yet. That's off. Alright, it should maybe with a little choke. It's a little tight. We'll just let that run for a minute. Let that gas clean that carburetor out if it needs it. So, alright, I'm pretty pleased with it. It is now 12:22. What a difference in smell though. Well, you can smell that gasoline compared to 2 hours of running off the charcoal. It's just real clean. Huh. Yeah. Alrighty folks, that's it from the Hampshire Hbbyloggr on this wonderful day of August 2024. Keep on running it, boys.